when I was abducted and interrogated or drugged and interrogated by the New South Wales government public officers who orchestrated my surgical rape, they asked me, it seems like many times, what was the various things that I liked and didn't like about each part of my physical anatomy. And one of the things that I said that I liked was the fact that I could put my hand out and my hand was flat when I put my hand out. Well, as you can see, what they've done is they've desiccated both thumbs. You can see that one's desiccated. It was desiccated further in 2007 when I was assaulted by South Australia Police. But I can't push that back any further. That stays like that. That's desiccated. The lump on the other side goes with the dislocation. And what they've done is they've put in fillers into my body to make me fatter than I actually am, because one of the things I said is I didn't like being fat. And that's basically, I've always had a thin wrist. Like I could always do that. It's harder now because my thumb's desiccated, but I should be able to touch the finger and the thumb. They've added permanent filler in here to make it thicker at the wrist. They've added permanent filler in here, these parts here, right? They've put something underneath there to make it pulsate all the time. So if I grab onto something, I can feel the pulsing in my hand. I don't know what it is. And if I grip something, I feel shooting nerve pains down the palm of my hand. And all this is like silicone and scar tissue. That's why it's like that, all of it. And if I hold on to something here for too long, say, when I say too long, I mean like a couple of minutes, my entire hand goes numb, completely numb. I can't feel it, and I've got to release everything and try and get feeling back in my hands. But to indicate the fact I'm perfectly hydrated, like I drink a lot of fluids, you can see that when I press here, it looks like I'm not hydrated. It looks like I'm dehydrated, because that's full of silicone and it's stretched the skin and it's just puffed up with silicone. All my fingers are puffed up with silicone. The toes are the same. I actually walk on the skin of my toes because there's so much silicone in there. It's quite painful after a while. You can see how long it stays still. It's the same on my face. I press my face. That's why I did a couple of videos on my face. Press my face and it just stays like that. That's because of all the silicone in it. And the silicone in the skin dries the skin out dramatically. I'll get the light a bit close if I can. I've always got at least one finger that's split all the time. This one's split here. That's very painful. That actually radiates in underneath the thumbnail, both hands, and it causes this actual nails to be excessively thick. And so my hands feel like sort of sandpaper. So they're very, very dry. And even though if I put hand cream on them, like 5 seconds after, like less than a minute after having hand cream on, it's all hard again. It doesn't stay because my skin has a high content of silicone in it. And it's just changed me so much, and it's very, very, like, physically changed me, and it's very, very painful. This is a finger that splits sort of fairly regularly there. It's a very cheap camera. I haven't got a good app either. So there's a split one there, split one there, split one on this side. This one split here. This one usually splits, but it's not today. That one usually splits there, not today. The two smaller fingers very rarely split. That's from use. I just use my fingers. I type on the keyboard, the skin splits. I'll garden, the skin splits. It's just from using them. I do the washing up with gloves on, the skin splits. So it's just because there's a high content of silicone in it. And so this is what the people who are blocking me from getting recognition for the illegal implants, they're blocking me from getting the silicon removed from me as much as I can. They're blocking me from, they're causing me to suffer incredible pain. I mean, it's really, really painful to have a skin that splits. It's really, really painful to have two desiccated thumbs. It's really painful to have illegal implants in your hand that cause shooting nerve pains into your arms, into your hands, like in the palm of your hands, and up your arms, shooting nerve pains. It's really painful not to be able to grip on anything for even a door handle, right, without shooting pains immediately trying to grip onto a door handle. Or like trying to ride the bicycle. Now they've stolen my driver's license. 5 minutes on the bicycle handlebars and my hands are completely numb. Both hands completely numb. It's not through long-term riding a bicycle. It's not through long rides. Only go sort of 5 minutes up the road to the local shop, and that's about it most of the time. It's through the fact that there's illegal implants in my hands, and the illegal implants include silicone. And the silicone's in my face as well as my hands and my abdomen and my arms and my legs and everywhere. It's from head to toe. And it causes me pain. It causes me excess heat because my body can't get rid of the heat because the silicone's like a blanket under my skin, keeping the heat in. So when I get a little bit hot, I get really, really hot. So I break out in perspiration wherever the silicone is in my face. I'm covered in perspiration and it goes into my eyes. You can see the silicone bulging around my eyebrows. The silicone's under my cheeks, around my cheeks, on my chin, on my forehead, in my hair, like in my scalp, everywhere there's silicone in me. And the silicone causes scar tissue and it stops my skin from functioning how it should be. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. It's called one single organ and it's the largest. It covers all of you. And when your skin's not functioning properly, it's very dramatic. It's just as bad as any other problem with any other major organ. So it's very, very uncomfortable to have this silicone in me, and very, very painful.